Hello everyone, my name is Cesar and welcome back to Rome 2. So we are facing the Dacians, and I guess our main objective in this battle is to, well, of course win the battle, but other than that, it is to save our cavalry and try to, instead of just throwing it uselessly against spear units, as I have a tendency to do, actually try to use them to take out something like the ballista, which will probably be my worst enemy in this. Unless I can take it out quickly, as I of course intend to do. Good, someone polished the ground for us. Somehow. I guess the rain did it. Anyway. Here we go, we have all of our lovely Praetorians. They will be flanked by the lovely Legionary Cavalry, backed up by some lovely Velites, and of course led by this lovely gentleman. Okay, so we'll see how the battle is right at the start, and see how we should use our cavalry correctly. Okay, so I can't see anything. I can see something, never mind. Just ignore me. Okay. The artillery. You know what I should have checked? I should have checked if the oh, they're actually deploying back here. But yeah, I should have checked if the ballistas came in with the reinforcements, or if they are here from the very start. That might have been a good idea. Oh well, something that is also a good idea right now, I think, is to take out... how many Praetorians can I really sacrifice here? 2 Praetorians, I guess, is the answer. Well, it will have to be the answer, because I think I need that, and hopefully I won't need more. Oh, here we go. Here's the ballista.
Our general is under attack.
Okay, Folksmen. We should be able to punch through them. And yeah, they bring the pain. Jeez, they bring the pain. Okay, you guys, stop being pussies, and... There we go. Must have selected a unit or two I didn't mean to select. But yeah, here comes the units. The enemy units, and I have the other cavalry pair all the way back here. Okay then. You'll be taking out the skirmishers. Okay, so you have melee infantry here. That's the Dacian heavy skirmishers. But yeah, just push on through and do what you can, basically. Here we go, cavalry has absolutely outflanked them. And that is, of course, they obviously do not care about their ballista. But I care for their ballista. Not in the same way, though. So yeah, completely open. And I'm not complaining. Okay, so the heavy skirmishers, I believe. Yep, heavy skirmishers. They're not doing that much damage, to be quite frank. And they are pretty much going to die now. How do the Folksmen do against my cavalry? Okay, they do pretty good actually. My cavalry took an equal amount of losses, which is not that great, seeing that they have way fewer men. Oh, you actually smartly outflanked there. That was good. I'll give you that.
Legionary cavalry! Praetorians! Jupiter gives us strength.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be that much to fear for here. Of course, I have to fear my own ineptitude here. And my inability to keep track on all of my units. Okay, turn around. So you stop getting absolutely murdered from the back there. Have you not taken out the ballista? Seriously, you have been there forever. And I can't escape these guys. At least not the way I'm doing it, obviously. I still have Dacian skirmishers. Okay, are they dead? Yes, they finally are. Okay. Now we'll take out everything. I don't know if you really need it at this point, because my melee units have actually done the majority of the work there. Why did you stop your attack? I directly targeted these guys and you stopped the attack right in the middle. Why did you do that? Did I accidentally place a movement order? I don't think so. I seem to remember quite vividly to place an attack order. So why the hell did you do that? Well, at least I didn't die yet, but I'm fearing that these guys might get wiped out completely, and obviously that's not something I want to happen. But yeah, I finally have some Praetorians that are ready to shift the targets onto them. Okay, now we can mop up units. They are pretty much all dead. So yeah, when I said mop up units, I meant mop up units. So we'll do a lot of running down enemy units with our cavalry, because we can. And we do not want to face the Dacians once again. I actually want to get peace with the Dacians, and they were willing until I think like 3 turns ago, when basically my empire broke apart or erupted into civil war. Actually, you were going to target these guys, weren't you? Let's keep them on that.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
You are throwing things. You maybe. Well, you won't be able to do that after this. But yeah, this can basically be fast forwarded, so we don't take up that much time. Yeah, so my main goal here is just to make sure that as many units as possible of the Dacians are defeated and brutally murdered and utterly crushed. Oh, I have some Praetorians up here doing a bit of work. I think that's it. Just about. Yeah, that seems to be good. And try not to exit the desktop. That'll be not great. Anyway, we killed everyone but 450 of them. And we did lose quite a few, but we definitely have a lot more men still remaining. And I did see that one of my Praetorians killed 309, which is pretty awesome. So did I release the captives? That was maybe not the best idea. Oh well, I still did crush the majority of their armies. Okay, our edict is now in effect. In one of the only regions I actually could enable an edict after the horrible betrayal that happened. So yeah, do I want to recruit more units here? Or do I think this is enough to take care of these guys? Okay, it seems that it's not enough anymore. But we do have Praetorians. Let's see you. Yeah, not that great mercenary selection. I guess they are skirmishers, which were what I was going to recruit anyway. But I don't know. Let's recruit some standard units. So Velites and more Praetorians, I guess. Actually, no. Let's go for some standard legionaries. They're a lot cheaper. We don't have an army over here. Yet. That's a big problem. We could recruit one right here, but that would lead to me losing yet more support in the Senate. Speaking of the Senate, you actually have reacted rather calmly to civil war breaking out. To be quite honest there. I guess those issues are above you, yeah, are below you. I don't think I can take this head on, but we are close to fully replenished, so let's move in. And if we need more units, we can... Okay, there they are. We can recruit some mercenaries, which I think we actually would want to. Actually, can I? No, I can't. I was going to see if I could set up an ambush. But no, I can't. Anyway, hopefully they will not be able to drag in reinforcements from this province, this region, sorry.
At your command.
Celtic warriors. Skirmishers. You do need some cavalry. There we go. That should be enough. So yeah, we did absolutely murder those guys. Let's see. What do you say for a spot of peace?
You have the ear of my people.
Yeah. Go figure. Oh well.
On the move.
There we go. We can actually ambush those guys. Let's do so. That's the army we murdered last round, actually. So let's also resolve that. Kill the captives. We've learned our lesson.
At your command.
And I guess we can't return, but we can at least reinforce, as we can see from that line. So if this get directly attacked, there's really no reason to worry. Also, look at the units they have, so yeah, there is doubly no reason to worry.
How can I help? I am champion. They will learn to
Let's try to harass them a bit. And that was successful, meaning that
victory.
they are less a threat. Yeah, they probably lost a few men. Hard to tell, actually. This is completely fine. This might have been damaged. I didn't really pay attention to them. So... Oh, you are invading again. You're not giving up on this, are you? Well, it looked like you were retreating, but obviously that was not correct. Also, are we getting control of this? I think so. Let's invest in a bit of culture swapping. And we actually are the majority culture. Latin. There's only one region up here under in enemy hands. Massalia in enemy hands, but we already knew that. I guess what we could do is give up on this province and return back and deal with the problems we have with two armies rather than just one. Yeah, maybe. Also, let's see, where's the listing? There we go. So we have one up here, obviously defending all of this. We have Octavian. We have our navy. Actually, and this is the agent, okay. We have that guy, and we have this guy. Okay, so we have accounted for all of them. Just making sure that I'm not missing any armies that could be easily used to capture any other provinces. So yeah, I think we can end the turn. And we will.
My friend, I will plead.
No.
But do only this.
That's the last thing I want to do right away.
Can ye not attack these folk? Your bravery in this would show.
Could do that, but no. Rebellion imminent. Yeah, up here because I haven't been garrisoning. Let's fix that. Minus... Goddamn raiders. And with that first movement, I can't do anything. Meaning these guys will rebel next turn. At least I have full control over this province, actually. Technically. But I have used all of my edicts, so...
How can I serve, Rome? Ready for Commander?
Can I bypass you? Yes, I can, but not in a smart way. I want to lay siege to this, but I built this army myself, so I know it's competent. And with the added awesome garrison that I had provided here, which I built up myself, by the way, I do not want to lay siege to this, because I can't defeat it. Well, I may be able to defeat it, but I'm pretty confident when I say that I do not have the amount of men needed to actually defeat it. No matter the skill. So what I'm risking here is leaving this wide open. I guess what I can do is go for as much, meaning that I will reach Genoa on the very next turn, but I might have to sacrifice Batavium in the process. But if I keep these on no stance, that means that if these guys move, and even if they capture... No, they shouldn't be able to, but if they, some reason, are able to capture Batavium, or even if they just go for Batavium, I should be able to jump in and brutally murder that force. And if they do not come out, then I will move and try to capture Genoa. I think that sounds like a plan. I think so. Also, rest of this glorious empire, which has become slightly less glorious, but still pretty glorious. Okay, so in a turn or two, I should be able to attack Lepidus Magna. I seem to be attacking that province, that region quite a lot, actually. Okay, so that army is definitely smaller, but it will have a garrison. What mercenaries can we go for? Once again, Numidian cavalry. Let's go for that. Only one. Okay, I guess that's better than none. Other than that, do you actually want to move you out, or do you want to have you stay here? I think I want to have you stay here, just to keep everything under control. And we are we at war with you guys? Oh yeah. I didn't realize that you were the same that I actually had a trade agreement with. That was silly. Why did you choose to attack my vassal? My client state? But yeah, I think we are done with this turn. Also, I am waiting for these guys to get replenished. And it's taken a bloody long time, but hopefully when I get the military worth, it will speed up a bit. Yeah?
Your orders?
And with that, I should be able to capture this. And then maybe, just maybe, move over and capture this. And that will very quickly have gotten rid of 2 problems in my life. Or I could just recruit more. Why didn't I think of that? Okay, maybe that's why. Can I? No, I can't. Okay then. So on the next turn, I think we'll build another legionary, because a military war should be done. Actually, can I merge a couple of units? There we go. Okay, so let's see, how many can we recruit? Okay, only 2, so we got rid of 1 unit. Should be good. We still have 1 unit that desperately needs to get replenished before we do anything, so we're fine. So, Octavian's enemies. What is your intention? Octavian's rivals, actually. Okay then, siege tower. And increase in rank. Also, they stopped bloody raiding. But they are trying to bypass me. And get to... where exactly? Are you trying to get into, like, Batavium? I don't think that is a good idea, to be quite frank. But, okay. Your funeral. Anyway. So do you want to go down this route? I don't know. Things like this seems pretty solid. Just all-around bonuses. Small bonuses, but still pretty nice ones. Definitely with the public order and all of that. I can also go down this, which will give me minus provincial capital and minus settlement. Main chain construction time. But I'm not really in a rush either. Yeah, I think I'll go down this for like... that should be 11 turns. Seems fine by me.
Ready for battle.
And yeah, we did that. We just did that, so we can't move again.
Ready for orders.
Oh, an enemy champion. Let's see how much our champion is worth. After building himself up after like 30 turns or... 30 turns? That's actually quite low. Like 30 years, more like it. He's actually much better than us. At least when it comes to assassination. Yeah, so never mind. He will probably just kill my agent off, knowing my luck. Oh well. But I do believe he leveled up. Yeah, 15 plus chance of critical success in all actions, but I guess the main, like the, yeah, the starting success chance is still as low as it used to be, so yeah, we're not doing that. So, down in Africa, we actually do have our ally here. That's nice. Not our vassal, but our client state, actually. That's pretty nice. I hope you do not capture that, because I would rather like to have it myself.
Make haste, men.
But I guess if you do capture it, I still technically have it completely under my control. Seeing that you are a client states. So yeah, I should actually be fine with it. Oh, that's where you are. No, never mind, that's the Navy. But they have recruited the Navy. So yeah, they have the potential to recruit armies as well, I believe. And that's what I did not want to happen. It's not like going to kill me or anything, but it's going to make my job a little bit more time-consuming. Yeah, I still want a peace with you. And I do have quite a lot of money. So let's see what money can buy these days. Let's see, that's a Makromani. And that's sedations.
Come, let me hear your talk. I warn you, I have no stomach for the meek or nice.
There we go.
The gods will frown that I have accepted such paltry terms, but I do so knowing that it is necessary.
So I cannot get a trade agreement. Yeah, I guess you're not technically bordering any of my regions, my provinces. I guess this one, but I don't think there's a road there. And this is not connected to my mainland. Well, I guess it is through here. But then is technically this not connected? I guess there's enemy lands in between, but... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they'll probably declare war right away. But hey,
Ready for orders.
at least it's stable. Something that it's not going to be when I leave, and I'm already not taxing the province. Oh dear, so I actually have to stay here for a little while. That's unfortunate, but evidently it's necessary. So we have to wait until this turns stable. Oh, that gives me lower public order. Okay, this one. Yes, we still can't have that unit go elsewhere. That's a bit shitty. And here's... Okay, so you actually are going another way. Oh, you did? I see. So you are actually capturing new provinces, new regions. And you are taking my client states, so you have technically declared war on all of me. Let's see. I guess I separately declare war on them? This is really weird. Anyway, that is definitely it for this turn. But that means that this is completely undefended. This should also be completely undefended.
We hunger for laying siege to the settlement. At your command.
Let's go ahead. Also, Octavian, you have gotten yet another level. That's quite good. Yeah, just go ahead with the same old. But I believe we can promote you. How much will that cost? Not that much, actually. We can promote him again. Very nice. Never mind, he has to be 40. Okay then. He's soon going to be. But not just yet. And we still have more money. There we go. They all have an elevated position. And they all have good bonuses. Okay, that's nice. So of course my enemies has buggered off somewhere. Probably doing the same move as they pulled earlier, just in reverse. Where they leave the city, go like here, all around and capture like this. Knowing my luck. Yeah, they're definitely not there, so maybe they left by boat or something. But yeah, you are screwed. And I think we'll have you go for Spain next. Iberia. Yeah, they're probably hiding somewhere, but I can't tell where. So unless they're hiding on the mainland, I should be good to have these go elsewhere, like Syracuse, for example, and Italy. Yeah, I think actually that might be a much better target right now. So let's try to get back where we want to belong. Can't go force march. Yeah, because we just had a battle. But yeah, we have other stuff we can do in Iberia. At least try to do. Evidently not. But we are able to keep on blockading them. Yeah, this is a pure garrison army. See what I built them up to, and they just shit all over it. Well, they don't do that, to be quite frank, but it's annoying because I used all my money and time to build up that, and then it suddenly swaps and turns against me. Oh well. What can you do? Tingis is safe. It is staying under control, and of course I used all my money, so I cannot flip that. But it needs to go for more cultural, Latin cultural influence. This is actually declining. Okay, definitely we have the need for the best building when it comes to that, which is this one, and of course the upgrade after that. So, other stuff. Nope, we still do not have any armies that can deal with that. We still need these guys for defense. These guys might get a bit tired of all the fighting, but we still have to keep this army. Here and just hold control. Same here, unfortunately. Yeah, we have loads of problems. Like this. Actually, we can go for bread and games here. Let's do that. We need that. Can't build this either. So we can't build something like the Shrine of Jupiter. Oh well. Well, at least Dacia is not breaking their treaties yet. Recruit a spy. Yeah, I'm not using that much agency. I guess that's a really large weak point when it comes to how I play this game. Oh well, let's recruit one agent. You are all carbon copies of each other, so let's go for these guys. And by these guys I mean this gal. And I guess they have a bit of spy on down here, so knock yourself out. Here we go. Here they are. Guess you are trying to go after either these guys or Carthage. Probably these guys, because they are a lot easier to actually defeat, I think. Double time when it comes to rowing. We might get... I don't know, can we get ambushed? We probably can. But I don't think it would be as effective on the oceans as it could be on land. Okay, so we have actually returned here, and you are wisely defending this city. And yes, I might do this to just prove a point. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Pretty awesome force. And this solid reinforcing army. So we're not going to do that. We can actually ambush. But they probably won't move in this direction. Oh well, who knows. Maybe I'll get lucky. Okay, so he's sending one unit over here. Weird. You're weird. Okay, let's actually build up this thing. We might build an army. And move out with them from this place. Yeah, I think we are good. Also, do we have enough money to flip this? Yes, we do. There we go, Shrine of Jupiter. And, more importantly, we will have enough money to build the upgrade of that. Okay. How's the garrison here? That's a weak garrison. Yeah, I guess I have neglected the Balearic Islands. Guess that actually was for the better. So yeah, we once again have control over the Balearic Islands. Let's move my fleet back to 1, hold this under control. And second priority, blockade these guys. Other stuff we want to do. We have moved those guys. Octavian has done his stuff. These guys still have to stay there. And these guys, I guess I can move out. Right? Yes, I definitely can. But yeah, now I see other potential trouble here. Let's see if I can get a peace agreement with them, because I really don't want to have to deal with them. Anyway.
Are you brave or foolish?
No?
Just mad.
Low chance, okay. Never mind then. We have to have this army here and keep them as a, I guess, a peacekeeping force. And by peacekeeping force, I mean keeping peace for my population right there. Actually, the Belgae are doing a lot of work down here. That's very nice. So actually, you know what I'll do? I'll raise forces. Oh no, that's the Otto Houses guy. Well, I'll have to do this on the next turn then. I'll raise a new force with a few basic units. And basically push out and try to get this army into an assault with my army on this. And recapture it, reclaim it. That'd be very nice. It might work, it might not work. But I will have to try that on the next turn, which will be in the next part. I hope you enjoyed this part. Please comment and subscribe if you did. And, as always, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.